Hey guys, so Kevin the other day was saying that him and Dave Duran has buried the hatchet and gonna let bygones be bygones. And I personally like Dave Duran and never thought that he would do it. So asked him. I went into his live the other day and I asked him if he's forgiven Kevin. This was his response, but then I found another video where, well, just watch it for yourself.
Morning, Kev.
But I asked him
Martin
this.
said morning 10 minutes ago.
Hello there. Hello, yeah.
Oh, we said Kev phoned right. So hello, Vicky. Thank you.
He just
So Kev phoned
he's
up.
easily
He said,
distracted.
Dave. I said, yeah, Kev. He said, how can we move forward? I said, what do you mean? He says, well, can we just forget everything that's happened and move forward? I got to give him his due. No matter what I say about him, he phoned me. He takes a man. He takes someone brave to phone someone.
He wouldn't even say man.
Try and reach out. Do you know what I mean, Kim?
Yeah.
He said, look, he said, obviously, like, what's gone on's gone on. He said, she's a fruitcake.
Of course, he would
I'll
blame
be
it on
honest with you, Kev.
Tanya.
I said, went in on you because she didn't get about me, a podcast and all that. He said, I know she did.
And that
He
phone,
says,
don't forget.
Didn't Kevin tell her to do that?
Yeah. And then he said to me, he said, she did send you pictures, didn't she? I said, Kevin, no. I said, she sent me no pictures. I said, I'm not into that. I said, she sent me no pictures. He said, okay then. He said, would it be okay if I unblock you?
There we go. Friends for life.
Friends for
He's
life.
got 2% battery.
It's not worth it.
See, I never
anybody
believed
hear
it.
my
I never
dog's
believed
snore?
Dave Duran's. Because there's a video after this now, what I found, and it just goes to show that he was... Because Kevin was bragging. He was going on, me and Dave Duran's are friends now. We're going to go live together and start battling and rah, 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 rah. But I was like, no way. Dave Duran would never forgive him. Not for what he did.
Kevin to pay the
But
money, guys.
here we go.
So yeah. But anyway, if he does want me to pay the £1,000 back, then
Yeah,
that's
£1,000 for his phone.
I don't know. I dropped my balls in his mouth live on TikTok, and he can have his £1,000. It's got to be done live, and I want it on Cornwall Beach in front of everybody, and said no kids. Open your mouth. I just crouch down, drop my 2 ball sacks in your mouth, Kevin, and I'll give you the £1,000 on live.
He wanted him to pay for the phone that he got. Because Dave Duran got one of his phones and smashed it after downloading everything. So I don't think that our friends...
Kevin, I'm a clean man, I do shave. And if you want, I'll give you an extra 500 quid if you let me burst your banana split. Straight and dry.
Pierce your banana split.
Hey up, Scotty, how are you? Hope you're good.
I knew for a fact you would forgive him.
He's in the house.
So I've just read that comment there.
Hey up, Scotty, how are you? Hope you're good.
Right
yes,
there.
Mr. Ryan Tourette's is in the house.
There. He said he is going to get vaccinated so he can go abroad. That's why he says he can go to Miami. He's going to get vaccinated. But he won't be able to go to Miami because he's got too much of a criminal record. Unless they'll let him through. I don't know what the time limit is on America's laws. If he goes to Miami, I know some people in Miami. I'll have him egged. One of my friend's brothers lives on Miami Beach. He owns his own beach house.
They're busy. Oh God!
I swear I will send him a picture of Kevin.
We'll swing the other side, guys, just to teach him a lesson and split that banana in half.
Split that
Shane will
banana.
never be able to hold a camera again. Let me tell you, he will never be able to hold a camera again. He'll definitely have spaghetti legs when I'm finished with him.
Spaghetti legs.
Oh, get off the subject, guys. Whenever
I
he's
know, I
on
bet
live,
you're
guys,
sick
I
of
want
talking
everybody
about
to
it.
put his post, banana split. Guys.
I knew he wouldn't forgive him.
People keep asking me if I owe him a grand. I don't know Kevin £1,000. What the
That's probably what he's wanting for the phone that Dave Duran smashed up. He's been slating you all morning. He would have done, because he would
Thank
refuse to
you,
pay.
Mandy. Thank you, Mandy. He's been speaking to me all morning saying I've got to pay a debt. I'm not paying him his debt, guys.
No, I know for a fact Dave Duran won't.
You go live and you end up all messaging you. Hey, you can't have a laugh on this app, guys. You can't have a laugh. What's he done? Gone off live. Don't get me wrong, guys. I don't want no harm come to him at all. But he's going in the water, I think it says. There could be 15 minutes from to me. He's going in the water. The bill for the hotel was £300 and something. I phoned them this morning. They said, why are we taking money from your account when you didn't stay here? I said, this is what I want to know.
Morning, Marty.
Morning.
You see, you just can't take Dave Duran serious, can you? There's just no way you can take him serious. Yeah, so that's Kevin's plan then. He's going to go in, he's going to get all his vaccinations, and he's going to think he can jet off to the States. I bet you he even books his ticket without doing an ESTA. Because I asked him once when he says that he went to, I think he says he went to Brooklyn in New York, and I says to him, did you do your ESTA? What did it come back as? And he was confused, he didn't know what an ESTA was. And that's how I caught him out. Because every single citizen around the world, obviously apart from America, has to do an ESTA visa. ESTA, you can Google it. You have to do one. It's what gives you the legal right to stay in the United States for 90 days. You can only stay in for 90 days. Yeah. So he didn't know what that was. He didn't know what an ESTA was, and that's how I caught him out. Because he's never done one. He was confused. So anyway, when he books his flight, they'll tell him to do an ESTA. Because they tell me every time. All I do is say, oh, I've already done one. Because it gives you get it for 2 years. And I'm like, I've already done one. What was I going to say? Yeah, so they'll tell him, he'll go onto the website. Now, there's a few scam websites, so you've got to follow the link that they give you. They email you it. And then it's like £7.50 to do it. You put your passport details in, your information. And then they ask you a series of questions. Have you ever been arrested for drugs, human trafficking, the R word, SA? They ask you about kidnapping and terrorism. They ask you all these questions, and you have to answer honestly. Because when you get it, puts it on your passport. So with me, I obviously answered no on every question. So now when they scan my passport at the border, it'll come up on their system accepted, because obviously they would have checked my background against the answers I gave them. So obviously I'll be accepted. But he won't, because he has got a criminal record. We know he's got a criminal record. So if he answers them dishonestly and it says approved, and then he goes to the border in the scan and it'll come up, because they'll check it against his record, and then he'll get pulled to one side. They'll ask him some more questions. They'll put him in an interview room and they'll ask him a series of questions. And if he doesn't pass, then they'll go, sorry, but you've been denied entry. I've only been denied entry once, and that was during COVID, when the UK opened the border to go to Europe, to Amsterdam and Spain and stuff whatnot. I thought you could go to the US, but I didn't realise the US borders were closed. So as soon as I got to Amsterdam, it says, no, sorry, the US borders are still closed, so you've been denied entry. And they told me everything. So yeah, he will be, if he gets into the United States, he is one lucky prick. That's all I've got to say. If we wake up one morning and he's gone and he's live and he's actually in Miami, he's a lucky sod. And like I say, I've got a friend that lives there. One of my best friend's brothers lives in Miami, and I'll just send him a picture. If you see this prick, just throw an egg off his head. I will get him attacked. More on what he is. Anyway, that was my rant for the day. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.